Video games have ruled the online entertainment industry for years, with some games maintaining its golden boy nostalgia fest status, and some being left behind. I can say for most people that gaming has been an integral part of our lives, and as a consumer we can relate to the message and meaning for each individual game. Take a game as simple as Minecraft. You mine ores and craft your way to the top of the food chain, and in essence, that concept is boring and saturated. So that begs the question, what makes video gaming addictive? To answer that question, we need to understand what addiction looks like. It's not as simple as drinking in excess or taking hard drugs. It is a deep-rooted problem that starts from an early age. If we take a look at the standard definition of addiction, it reads that you do not have control over taking or using something to the point of harm. Let me paint a scene in your head. It's raining, you got the day off work, and you feel like you deserve to relax for the day. You find yourself getting bored and you think, you know what, I haven't played a game in a while. You beat up your favourite game and press start. The whole point of the game that you're playing is to win. The reward is the satisfaction that you, the player, have bested the game. You did everything in your power to beat that final level, but it's just not enough. That rush of dopamine is fading and you need more. So here you are, sat at your desk for hours, now playing the same game. Winning, losing, it doesn't matter, because in the end, you're chasing that first high. Just like drink or drugs, you are forever chasing that high. The word addiction feels like it's lost its meaning, with our current generation almost using it as slang.
The trash! Fix the game! And I'm fucking addicted!
To give an example, you would say, I'm addicted to this game or I'm addicted to this song. So to eliminate any confusion and pinpoint the severity of addiction, this little fella is going to describe the effects of addiction to yourself and those around you.
Don't be scared. You chose this path. Listen to my voice. These are long-term effects. Change in brain chemistry. Reduction of the matter volume. Decreased motor functions. Depression and anxiety. ADHD symptoms such as poor impulse control. Withdrawal from real-world activities and responsibilities. Irritability. Social isolation.
That's a lot to take in, so let's break it down. Let's start off with how our brain chemistry works and how we perceive things. Have you ever laid in bed, paranoid that there's something out there, that there's a chance that it's coming for you? Or have you ever watched a scary movie, when you close your eyes, you're flashbanged by the sight of that gruesome monster that featured in that film? I know I have, and in no way am I relating personal perception directly to gaming, but it definitely has a part to play. Let's take this clip as an example. Think to yourself, what do you see in this clip? Let me tell you what I see. I see two gormless Mickey Mouse. That doesn't sound right at all. What about Mickey Mice? Mickey Meese? No. Mickey Mice playing the piano to the point that their fingers are profusely bleeding over the keyboard. My brain chemistry has developed in the way to perceive that this clip is something vulgar and to be afraid of. But what if we take this clip at face value? Just for a second, change your brain chemistry and imagine the meaning behind this clip. Ignoring the still frames of scary mice just for a second, just the clip. Now what do you see? I can see two Mickey Mice playing the piano, and as the concept is for children, I now see a paint spillage. I instead see the manic, jolting, repetitive movements as them enjoying themselves in the comfort of their own home. Now let's dig deeper. Where does this emotive thinking come from? I am now going to show you a clip of a game that I had the displeasure of watching my favourite Irish man play.
What? Knuckles is hanging up by his intestines, his echidna intestines. Tails has no head. They all have no head. He's just standing there. And Robotnik died like doing the chicken dance.
I'm sure that you can look at this still image and not make any visceral reaction. But that's because you're used to it. Your brain chemistry has been disrupted by the content you consume and, this is a fitting example, the games you play. Your addiction to content has moulded your brain to think that this is acceptable, and that's a very dangerous line of thinking. I'm not going to sit here and talk into my microphone as if I'm holier than thou because I'm in the same boat. Content and media consume my life in more ways than one. I've been gaming since I was 9 years old. I'm 19 now and I'm now just seeing the damage that media consumption has done to my brain. While it's interesting to focus on the mental side of addiction, it's important to understand that there are physical repercussions of media consumption and addiction. I want you to relax for a second. Just relax and take some time to think about your day. Think about today. What happened today? Was it good? Was it bad? What made you smile today? Now with the same train of thought, think about yesterday. What happened? What made you smile? Was it good? Was it bad? Now think about the day before. Was it good? Was it bad? What made you smile? Can I say yet? You can't, can you? You can't think of a single thought or a single emotion that you felt that day before. You simply can't do it, and it comes down to one thing and one thing only. Gaming is corroding our brains. Now, I don't want to come across as some tinfoil hat conspiracist, so let me show you the facts. This is the human brain. As you can see, there is grey matter and there is white matter. These two states of matter are what create our perfectly wrinkly brain that control our bodies. Let's see what gaming does to it. Alright, come back.
Yo,
What the hell is this?
what? You're better crazy.
No. Look, you said it gets rid of grey matter. What I'm seeing here is that it is a significant increase.
Never said shit, buddy.
You just lied. You've just lied. Oh my god. Like, it's as if you've misread something and edited for hours and then come to the realisation that you're wrong and it's the complete opposite.
It sucks playing the shit!
In that case, the long and short of grey matter is it increases the cognitive abilities and increases memory capabilities the more of it you have. And due to the fact that gaming increases, it is safe to say that I was wrong. But not entirely. The ADHD symptoms still apply here. People with ADHD suffer with short-term memory loss. Not extreme, but it's noticeable. The same thing applies with gaming. We experience the short-term memory loss, where you should be able to recall what happened 3 hours ago, for example, but you simply can't do it. To go further into grey matter, it directly links to the production of intelligent thought. Where intelligence is entirely subjective, what might seem logical and smart to one person might seem dumb and illogical to the next. This is where the depression and anxiety comes into play. The smarter you are, the sadder you are. That's the rule of life, and unfortunately that links to the third chapter of my little story. This next topic will be a key focus on the dark side of addiction, such as self-harm, suicide, and other mental illnesses that people go through every day that don't get spoken about enough. If you're someone that refuses to hear or speak about any of these subjects, then I respectfully ask that you think of the decent people that were consumed by addiction and succumbed to its violence. I ask that you expose yourself to the reality of life and educate yourself in how to prevent this. I mean, who knows, next time it could be someone you know. This topic is a hard one to discuss, and if I'm honest, I've had my mouse over the record button for a while now and I still don't know what to say. I honestly think it's best if I remove myself from the script and speak naturally. So this is me, right now, removing myself from the script. In my experience, depression starts from a very early age. It starts from household, it starts from school, it starts from anywhere that you have a human interaction. Same as anxiety, it just comes at the weirdest times possible. And if I'm completely honest, I don't know a single person in my life that hasn't suffered from depression or anxiety. I myself have suffered from both. I have been depressed, I've been anxious, I'm still anxious. I just think that these two subjects are so untalked about and so disregarded. It just shouldn't be this way. I feel like depression, when it comes to gaming and addiction, it stems from the social isolation. Definitely the anxiety part, but the depression, I think it stems from the social isolation, as well as obviously as I mentioned, the grey matter intelligence sort of thing, but I think it's just from the absolute loneliness of it all. It's saddening how lonely you can get when you're gaming and you know nothing else, and all you do every day is you wake up, you game, you play Minecraft, you can wake up at 5 o'clock in the evening, go to bed, wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, the cycle repeats itself. During lockdown, COVID was the worst period I think I've experienced in my life, where I was waking up at 7 o'clock at night, going to bed, waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's just a constant cycle of just sleeping through the night, waking up through the day, sleeping through the day, waking up through the night, there we go, the other way around. And it just felt like it was never ending, and all I had was gaming. It felt like it was the key motivator that was keeping me together, but now I realise it was the one thing that was tearing me apart. It was the one thing that was keeping me socially anxious, the one thing that kept me indoors. And if I knew any better, I would have quit when I knew. I still game nowadays, not as much though, because I have a full-time, or part-time, but you just don't know in the moment. And these people that suffer from suicide and, kill themselves, commit suicide, these people that suffer from self-harm, all they know is the depression from their addiction. They don't know the good sides anymore. They can't get that first high anymore. All they know is the bad. They forget how beautiful and breathtaking life can really be, and when they're 20, 25, they decide to kill themselves. And as a society, as a community, we're supposed to be a community, we sit by and watch. These are just some of the horrifying realities that we have to face as a society today. Even when you're sitting behind a screen, you can feel for these people and their families. A perfectly decent human life being reduced to a second-hand account of their existence, hidden behind mountains of advertisements and a plethora of paywalls. I want to read something that stuck with me during my research. I think this should serve as a reminder that addiction is no joking matter. State-owned Russian television channel NTV reported a teenager from Tomsk region committed suicide after he had lost a computer game. It is unclear what computer game he was playing, but a female source said Pavel spent hours at his computer and that his nerves gave in after a game. The local office of the Russian Investigative Committee gave no further details on Pavel's case, except to confirm a criminal case has been opened into incitement to suicide. It's believed 15-year-old Pavel Matveev inflicted wounds with a chainsaw. Here we come to the final chapter of my little story. We have looked at the mental and physical repercussions of addiction and how they affect you and everyone around you. Through the happy and the sad, no matter what, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. It's hard not to laugh at this clip, but it's important. It's a homeless man dancing to music. He has faith. People with addiction are blinded by their own self-pity, to be harsh, and continue to see the bad in everything. Due to no fault of their own, they don't see the good. They're blinded by the addiction. They don't see the beautiful landscapes that they could explore in their games. They don't see anything past their shield of negativity. Take this game for example, High on Life. Very funny. Even this game, it's fun and exciting, but it's shrouded and gets no recognition. But once it comes out of its shell, people will start to see you for who you truly are. And this isn't just about games.